and the grille finish is kind of like tungsten but silver color. Now this is what the front looks like. This car does not have a electronic parking brake, the physical button. That's still not available on this particular screen. There's 3D view, there is clear chassis view. Hey guys, this is Jerry, welcome to the channel. Today we are having a first look at the GWM Haval H6 Hybrid. This is the new version 2025 onwards. In this video, I'll go through the exterior interior walk around and features guidance about the pricing in New Zealand as well. In the next video, I'll go through a POV drive to let you know what my driving impression about this vehicle is. Now, let's quickly talk about the pricing. At the moment, the GWM Haval H6 Hybrid is available in two trims. One is called the Lux, one is this one, Ultra. Lux starts at 42,990 plus ORC. The Ultra starts at 45,990 plus ORC. Special thanks to Tom at TMC Cars on supplying this vehicle. They are the GWM dealership in Hamilton and Waikato area. If you're looking to purchase one of these in New Zealand, reach out to Tom. I'll leave all his contact details on the top of the screen. So what do you get in the $3,000 difference between the Lux and Ultra? Basically, you are getting hands-free electric tailgate, panoramic sunroof, head-up display, heated steering, heated and ventilated front seats, and a couple more cosmetic changes here and there. But that's pretty much it. I think the $3,000 is worth it, but considering if you don't need all those fancy features, you can also consider just the base model. That will do all the work. Both cars looks identical and drives identical. Now, in terms of dimensions, this vehicle stretched to 4.7 meters long, so 50 millimeters longer than the previous generation. The width is 1.88, which is identical to the last generation. And the wheelbase is just over 2.7 meters, again, identical to the last generation. The height remains identical at about 1.7 meters also. So it is a medium-sized SUV competing with things like J-Cool J7, Toyota RAV4, Honda CR-V and everything. The unique thing about this vehicle in the New Zealand market is its pricing. Its top spec is 45,990 price. It is insane for what you get for the value for the market. Do remember, all GWM cars in the New Zealand market gets 7-year full warranty, 5-year roadside assistance and 8-year battery warranty as standard. Now, in terms of design language, there has been some changes overall. The side profile looks maybe identical, but the front is a total new change. It's got a bigger, chunkier grille, and the grille finish is kind of like tungsten but silver color grille at the front. It does look really good, very aggressive. At the meantime, it's still very family welcomed overall. The LED daytime running lights looks like this, and then of course the LED projector is at the front. The Haval logo is also kind of different from the previous generation. The old one used to have this on the petrol variant and the blue background on the hybrid drivetrain. Since the new Haval H6 is hybrid only or plug-in hybrid in the future potentially, this is the standard logo now. A lot of people didn't like the blue background before, but now it's changed. It's much subtle, so that's good. On the side, we are getting 19-inch alloys on the Ultra spec. They do look all right. The wheel spoke looks identical to the last generation, but they're now all black colored compared to the last gen. Many dealers used to do black pack all the time. Now it's all full black. You don't have to option those things. Again, on the side, the profile looks all black colored. Underneath, black trims. Over here, the window trims, it's all black colored. Roof rails is also black. The windmill cover is half black, half body color on the top. Speaking of the color, this is called Astro Pearl. There are 4 colors at the moment for the New Zealand market: white, black, gray, and this is the advertising color named Astro Pearl. Doesn't look too bad, but would I go for one of this? Maybe not. Anyway, coming from the back, this is another change from the back lights and things. The old one used to have the running through tail lights. Now they are all just 2-piece lights. In the middle, that's GWM logo, H6, and HEV logo on the right. Does the rear look better than the old generation? I don't know. I think it's still quite subtle. It's not aggressive. It's not the best styling in terms of design and things like that. But being a family SUV, I think that's acceptable. Now the side profile at the front looks really identical to the last gen. Over here, that looks a little bit different due to lights, design change and things. Now on the Ultra spec, we get power tailgate. We also get hands-free tailgate. Press this button or simply swipe your feet underneath. You are able to open the tailgate. This is 560 liters on the boot volume when the seats are up, if you drop the seats 40-60 split, that'll create more than 1,400 liters of total volume. Opening the boot cover, we are going to get the tire mobility kit and the 12-volt battery, and that's it. There's no additional storage whatsoever. There are a couple of trays on the side, and that's pretty much it. There is a USB socket on the left, by the way. Now, getting the back is fairly easy. The door opening is really wide. I think it's really close to 90 degree in some way, and the seat base is fairly long. The seat has no change. It is same seats from the last generation. They are calling this as Comfort Tech. They are synthetic leather seats, by the way. Let's have a look inside. So this has been set to my driving position at the front, about 178 centimeters tall. I've got great amount of legroom. There's no issue whatsoever. Pockets over here, air vents over there, USB-C and USB-A charging underneath. Then we are going to get the nice armrest with 2 cup holders over here. The windows on the side are really large, so your visibility at the back is excellent. Since this is the top spec, we're also getting a panoramic sunroof on the top. There is a cover, by the way, electronic controlled, so you are going to cover this up. It's going to be like no sunroof. Now closing the door sounds like this. Very solid, that's pretty good. Now at my height, at 178, I've got great amount of headroom. There's no issue whatsoever. Only thing is the back seats. There's no recline whatsoever. It is a little bit on the high side. I wish it can recline just by a small margin, but otherwise, no complaint. Now this is what the front looks like. This has some good changes. Let's have a look inside. First thing, seats, they have no change whatsoever from the last generation. The seats base and leather looks all similar to the last gen. There is electronic adjusted on the driver's side, even from the base model. The top spec of this gets heated steering, heated and cooling front seats, memory settings at the front seats as well. Now stepping inside, this is the new steering. Although they look identical in some way to the last generation, there has been some changes. First thing, the leather over here is thicker than the last gen. The last gen has a very round shape, a very thin profile, and somehow this one has improved and it's nicer to grip for sure. These trim panels over here has also been changed. Last gen was close to a silver color, now they are dark gray color. And then on the right, these buttons has some allocation changes. Then the most important change are the one on the left. These are now cruise control settings, where on the last generation, the cruise control used to be behind the steering wheel. Speaking of behind the steering, you are getting the gear shifter on the right behind the steering. So push down is drive, push all the way up is reverse side, is for park. The only issue with me with the gear control is this car does not have a electronic parking brake, the physical button. So the only way you can control the electronic parking brake manually is to go to this panel, make sure you customize and add this electronic parking brake over here. That's one way to release electronic parking brake. Alternatively, if you have your seatbelt on, you put on drive or reverse, your handbrake gets released automatically. In some minor situations, it may create some issues when you move the car around a small car park with no seatbelts on, or when you move the car just around your driveways. You have to fasten your seatbelt before engaging and disengaging, or before getting the vehicle to move. Otherwise, right now, with no seatbelt on, I'll put the vehicle on drive, I'll put the accelerator, it will just say, put on your seatbelt, just like that. Now on the left, these are your windscreen wipers, auto, low, high. Once you get auto, the sensitivity is also only able to be changed over here. So you can do a customize to do wiper interval. Alternatively, you can dive really deep into the vehicle, into the drive settings or something like that to set wipers. They're not as easy as you wish, but overall the auto wipers works really well no matter what interval you are using. So I do not have an issue with that. You do get windscreen washers and rear wipers over here. The up and down is for the indicator, all the way back is for flashing, forward is for the high beam. So pretty easy. Now, behind the steering, you are getting a 10.25-inch display. This is the same screen from the last generation, but different software. The software is more of a Tank 500 or the Canon Alpha. In the middle and on the left, you can't really change much, but on the right, you are able to change a few things using the buttons over here. So pressing the menu button will engage this green icon. That means you can click OK. You can go right, left to change whatever you like on the dashboard. You can see your fuel consumption, you can see your music, you can see your phone contacts and things like that, and that's pretty much it. Rev counter is obviously available. it does not display maps or anything onto the screen, but if you have used your Apple CarPlay, when you use the Apple Map, or if you use the Android Auto using the Google Map, it does display small notification on the top. And if you do have head-up display, it will display things like, again, notification on your top of the head-up display. Now, speaking of head-up display, that's available on the highest spec only. You are going to see a new head-up display system, and everything looks quite clear. You are going to get the smart drive information on top of that, and speedo and things like that on top of the windscreen. Now, coming to the center, you are going to get the full 14.6-inch display. This is huge. This is a lot bigger than what you really need, but it is really nice to have something like this. This is the main menu, how it looks like, small panels over here, and then on the top, you get a drop-down menu. You are able to customize these graphics, so you can drag in and drag out some certain features. One thing I really need is the electronic parking brake. Sometimes you can also change the sport steering, and you can change the intelligent parking, wiper interval, and things like that. There is a quick switch off for the ELK, but this ELK works a lot better than the last generation due to some software update. I'm pretty sure the last generation will get some ELK update in the future as well to make it better. At the moment, this is a really good system. I've never need to turn the ELK off during my test, by the way. On the right, you are getting this as your app trays. You can get access to other things. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, they are all wireless controls, by the way. Click Apple CarPlay, you can see this is the first vehicle with 3 lines of Apple CarPlay icons I've ever seen, since the screen is so huge, or maybe it's updated by the Apple CarPlay. But anyway, very easy to use. Overall, it is really fast. You need to click the GWM to get out of the menu. Over here, air conditioning controls are over here. There are some direct buttons underneath, but for climate control, in terms of speed and in terms of temperature, you can only control it over here, although you do have the voice command like Hi GWM to adjust the temperature, so it is possible, but it's not as easy as many physical buttons layout. Anyway, over here you can also find your cooling and heating seats, heated steering at the front as well, which is only available on the Ultra spec. Next one, music, and next one, home screen. That's pretty much about this dashboard. And then getting into reverse, we can see the reverse camera. They're all really clear, and the same system as the Tank 500 and things like that. On the higher spec of this, you get getting the parallel parking assist and also the reverse tracking assist as well. There's 3D view, there is clear chassis view, there's other settings for the smart view and things like that. So overall, very easy to use. Feature-wise, there are plenty features, but there is one missing, just like last generation, which is the built-in navigation. That's still not available on this particular screen. So you are going to utilize your phone for the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which are both wireless, by the way. Now, going through the center console, this is a much smarter center console compared to the last generation. I like this a lot better in terms of the look, everything. There is wireless phone charging over here. There's 2 cup holders over here, storage over here. Press this, small decent storage underneath, and then on the center console you are going to get a deep storage underneath, USB charging and USB charging on the other side, plus a 12 socket over here. Storage on the glove box is decent too, so no issue at all. Then on the door bins, you're getting a cup holder and deep storage over there. In terms of material and finishes, this is a little bit better than the rear doors. You are going to get softer material on the top, softer material over here, wooden-like trims over here, leather finish over here. Leather finish on the center console, softer finish on the top for the rubbery plastic, and softer material with the leather finish over here. Even the center console are softer finish on the sides, so you're not going to hurt your knees and things like that. What do you think about the new Haval H6 Hybrid? Please let me know in the comments. In the next video, I'll go to the POV Drive to let you know my driving impression. Do remember, subscribe and like if you found the video helpful. I'll see you next video. Thank you very much.